I don't know what to expect here. Listen, I genuinely have no idea who's going to make it. I think this SI in particular is ridiculously difficult to predict. A pre-warning for this ranking would be the sheer fact that I think it's an aggressive meta. I don't think teams that are super strategical, which to be fair, most teams here aren't, will do very good. And I think it's heavily going to rely on sheer fracking power and explosiveness. LATAM as a region is most likely most people's favorite region overall. And even if LATAM doesn't win the final, I do think that LATAM has like the best performance at SI overall. So with that being said, we need to rank every single team. I have the groups here. It might be easier to go by group basis because we can say, oh, M&M are gonna be crazy, they're gonna win, but then you see they're against NIP, Sandbox, Sonics, and Empire. And then you're like, well, shit, maybe they're not gonna do that good, right? So I think that's kind of how I approach to this. Let's start with M&M. Might as well. The new guys to the EUL, they kind of like they're the Parabellum of Europe, play a bit different, play very aggressive. They have like young players, and they just made EUL, and then right after they made Invitationals. They've never played at a big event. They've never had international experience. They have no veteran to carry them in the roster, really. They have Nello, but even Nello has been in that situation for a while in a lower elo spot, so yeah. This is like an out in groups or early exit situation. I think these guys are like bottom 8. Whether they will go out is hard to justify because you got Sandbox Gaming and Empire, I think, are actually the weakest teams in this roster, together with M&M. I'll take Group A first, actually. How about we do this, boys? M&M early exit. Empire goes out in groups. Okay? Empire goes out in groups. I have a feeling. And also, I think I have some inside information that I don't know if confirmed. Hellraisers, the Russian team, has disbanded. And now, I'm going to say this. I do not know if this is true. They are disbanded, that is true. But I assume they disbanded because they've lost a lot of players. Now, these players are Russian players that don't speak English very well. They can only join Team Empire or Virtus Pro. So I am going to assume that the Hellraiser players are going to be joining both VP and Team Empire. And I don't think Team Empire is entering SI at 100%. Because they're expecting roster changes and they probably have been practicing possibly with other players. Or at the very least, they gotta rebuild the future. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if VP is just gonna take the entire roster, but I actually do think that that Empire is gonna do something as well. I don't think they're gonna stick as a 5-man, or at the very least, I'd be surprised if they did. So I'm gonna underestimate them, and I'm gonna put Empire out in groups. I think Sonics goes through. Speaks of Sonics. Sonics, middle of the pack, best team in North America, won the NAL finals in 2021 in December. And they have really good gunners with experienced IGLing, and they've been looking better and better and better going from like Mexico, Sweden, NAL finals. They were doing okay in Sweden. They were fighting up and putting pretty good numbers against NIP on Coastline. And I think if they've been continuing to improve, which it looks like, I think they'll be a middle of the pack team. Okay? They have potential of making top 4, top 8, for sure. But I think middle pack is like a safe bet. Sandbox, I think early exit. I don't think they're the best team from APAC. I think that's Damonki and Cyclops. So I think naturally that they will progress higher. And I also just don't really know much about APAC overall because I haven't seen their games. And Sandbox is still relatively new to the international scene, right? And that leads us to NIP. And NIP, I kind of have issues with. Their gameplay is swing everything, shoot everything, lack of refragability, like pretty poor stratting, pretty weak map pool, and they play like a very one-dimensional Rainbow Six Siege. And unless they've changed that since previous events, I don't think they'll be able to muster a top 8 finish. However, I haven't been seeing LATAM this season. I watched it last season, but not this one. So I don't actually know if they have changed those things. But overall, I think they're also middle of the pack team. Winning is signed, making Sweden finals. Well, who are you talking about, Kaya? Sandbox did neither. NIP did neither. Well, NIP did make the finals, but Sweden finals was FaZe and Monkia. NIP did not make Sweden finals. That was FaZe, and FaZe won it. NIP did not. I could put NIP top 8. Maybe I'll leave them there for now. But I will say personally, I don't have much faith in their gameplay. But at the same time, they could also... Oh, sorry. Wait, NIP FaZe final. Wait. Oh my god, dude. I thought it was a demo. Wait, no. Wait, was it actually? I could have sworn Sweden Major was Damwon Kia final. What? Wait, I didn't see it. To be fair, I was flying, so I didn't see it. I was flying to Santo Domingo for my visa. Was it Brazilian final? I was so sure it was actually Damwon Kia against FaZe. Like, I was so convinced. I've been telling my chat. Yeah, it was. It was Brazilian final. Dude, I was 100% sure it was Damwon Kia FaZe and FaZe won. Alright, we're gonna put NIP in top 8. We're gonna put him top 8. That's so funny. I saw this game live. And then I went to fly. And when I landed, the game was over, so I never saw it, sadly. It was a trio cast with Ace, Des, and Terra, I believe. Which I kind of want to watch back, actually. Either way. Top 8 NIP. Moving to Group B, we got Cyclops. I think Cyclops is going to rock the fucking world of Rainbow Six Siege. I am a Cyclops fan, okay? I am a Cyclops fan. They got some crazy shit. They got some shield stuff. They got aggression. Big fan. Big fan. CAG is like... I think CAG gets second in their group. Maybe in contention for first. I think they're going to do really, really good. I think it's Space Station Gaming or Rogue going out of Group B. I genuinely think so. I actually fear a little bit for SSG because I think Rogue might potentially be better off in comparison to them. So, let's do this. Liquid middle pack. FaZe top 4. FaZe top 8 or top 4. SSG goes out in groups. And Rogue is middle pack. How does this look? How does this look? We need more top 4 teams. Top 4. Top 4. Top 4? Fuck. Alright, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We need 4 teams here in this group. We need 4 teams here. And we need a champion. FaZe top 4? I don't know, dude. I didn't really see them play much during Sweden. So I don't know their gameplay very well at all. Kind of want to put Liquid top 8 as well. I fucking love Liquid. But they just always fall a little bit short. Every section needs 4? Yeah. Let's do this for now. And let's see if we can fill in the blanks. I think that's just what we're going to do. I don't think Liquid's going to win. I think Liquid is on the middle area of LATAM. I think they play a little bit more orchestrated and team dynamic than other teams. I think they're a little bit less gunner heavy, but at the same time, I haven't seen Liquid with their new roster because they got 2 new players. Resets and Ask, right? So they parted ways with Sexy Cake and PSK still there. Moringa? Moringa? Sexy Cake, right? I think so. We could put them top 4 as well, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm gonna be honest. Dark Zero, middle pack. So I'm a little bit biased because I've seen their scrims. I spoke to the players. You know, I think what they're doing is good. I have pretty big hopes going into SI. But I also think that their playstyle doesn't necessarily favor its invitationals either. As I said, I think SI will be very aggressive, and the good thing about Dark Zero is that their group is actually pretty good for them. They get BDS, TSM, Elevate, Furia. Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think they made outer groups because I think Elevate gets... I don't know who the players are. I generally have no idea. I have to put Elevate out in groups because I don't know who they are. Honest to God, I don't know any of these names of official guy and God Legion. Haven't seen their games. I don't think they'll do amazing, I'm gonna be honest. And if DC goes out instead of Elevate, that's really rough. That's really, really rough. That leaves us with Furia, TSM, and BDS. TSM, they're black on black. They're kind of hard to see. Early exit. I wasn't convinced by TSM's gameplay during the qualifier. I think they played a very, very weak and scared Parabellum, and obviously a less experienced one-shot. And they weren't like clean-cut convincing, showing me that they're gonna go deep. I'd be very happy if TSM showed me otherwise, but I will say I'm not expecting crazy things from TSM. I'm not. OXG though, that might be the defining factor here. Furia. Fuck. Where do we put Furia? Furia and BDS. Alright, BDS top 4. BDS has to be top 4. They're the best team in Europe for 2 years straight. They've never won a single tournament. They probably have the best roster in the world if you look at player per player value. I think. I'm gonna put them top 4. No favoritism with this list. Move DC down a bit. Shut up, dude. There's no way. There's no way you guys think early exit. Okay, listen. It's bracket dependent. It's best of 3s, and there's a loser bracket. I think they'll do good in best of 3s. I genuinely think this is the play. I genuinely think this. Furia. Alright, we gotta fill in the blanks here real quick. OXG. Top 8. I think OG's playstyle could do really, really good at SI. They didn't play with their full roster in Sweden. We haven't seen these guys play ever. BD is greater than Furia. It's greater than Elevate. It's greater than DC. It's greater than TSM. Shut up. Shut up. Damwon top 4. Now we gotta fill in the blanks, guys. Is this what we do? Alright, real quick. Who goes out in groups? Sorry. Team 1 OXG Navi MBR. Where's my MBR? Out in groups. Top 8. Early exit. Middle pack. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Now we have every team in the right position. In terms of like, we need 4 teams in each column. Is this where we actually ended up? I'll start from the bottom. I am happy with the bottom. The Empire one is like hot take. And I think the SSG one is like SSG or Rogue. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's pretty basic. Personally. No NA teams in top 4? Oh, there's only one EU team as well. And there's no EU team here. Fucking saving grace of BDM. BDS. Empire gonna win the whole thing? I don't know. Cyclops are too high. Guys, it's Cyclops supremacy, dude. Alright, let's say we remove Cyclops. Let's say we just move them, not to out of groups, but who would you replace them with? If the Cyclops doesn't make it, who would make it instead? Liquid? Team 1? You guys are saying NIP. Definitely a LATAM team. Alright, one sec. We're gonna do some digging. We're gonna do some digging real quick. Let's do some digging. Who placed where in LATAM? Because I haven't seen the numbers. Who placed where? Results. Brasileiro finals. Liquid won 3-1 against NIP. So Liquid played upper bracket. Then they played MIBR 2-1. They played 3-1 against NIP. NIP beat Furia 2-0, FaZe 2-1, and then lost 1-3 to Liquid. Team 1 lost to MIBR? Wait, what happened? I didn't see this. So, based off that, we would do this. Based off that, we would do this, right? 2 LATAM, 1 EU, 1 APAC. That means LATAM supremacy, which I think is true. It means BDS are doing good, which I think is true. And I think Damwon Kia is going to do good, which is true. Top 4, locked in. We're happy. Okay? I'm happy. Top 8. NIP, OXG, Team 1, Cyclops. I don't know if the green boys are too far up this list. They might be too far up this list. We could do a swap-a-roo here. We could do a swap-a-roo. Ah, it's so hard. We haven't seen OXG play with a proper roster for a while in international events. NAL 2021. I was thinking OXG Rogue swap. Or I was thinking OXG Furia swap. Or I was thinking OXG Sonic swap. But hold tight. Looking at the NA standings. And OXG finished top of their group. For stage 1. That is. It's a while ago. Where's the last stage? Stage 3. OXG finished second. I think we swap OXG 1 down to middle pack. I kind of want to put Sonics there instead. That means Sonic's better than Rogue, DC, Furia, OXG, M&M, Sandbox, CSM, Navi, Empire, HD. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. I do think Sonic's better than every team here. Like, I genuinely think that's true. I genuinely think that's true. Rogue, we don't know about. They've been changing a freak ton of stuff in the offseason. As far as they've been tweeting, at least. SSD out in groups. Have you seen SSD's group, my guy? Liquid. Like, it's Rogue or SSG out. Basically, it goes like this. Right? Either Rogue goes out in groups and SSG goes middle pack. Or Rogue stays out of... survives the group and SSG goes out. It's one or the other. It's very straightforward. It's very straightforward. SSG's playstyle against these teams, in my opinion, is not favored. And I think Rogue's playstyle is more favored than these guys. That's my honest opinion. Oh, Farrell DM'd me some information. I might change the team around. Oh, shit. Alright. We got insider info that a team might have COVID. Okay, we're not gonna change anything. We're fine. But, of course, we cannot account for that. We cannot account for that. Some players are gonna get COVID. Some players are not gonna get COVID. This is a COVID-free list. Okay? No leakage. No leakage. Yes, you already leaked too much. Well, I'm not leaking more. Who wins? Who wins? FaZe, BDS, Damwon, Kia, or Liquid? Who the fuck wins? That's the question that we're asking now. This is so hard. Alright, let's close our eyes. What's the grand final? I need to see a little bit. Let's say we do this. FaZe, BDS, Damwon, Kia, Liquid. That's the semis. Okay? That means FaZe or BDS against Damwon, Kia, or Liquid. It could be a LATAM final. It could literally be this. That's the grand final. It could be. I don't see the poll. I see it here. You guys are voting right now. BDS is winning. BDS takes it. Guys, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong team. That's the wrong team. BDS doesn't take it. I'm very sorry to tell you this. But who does? Alright, so if FaZe won, theoretically, they would have won the latest major of Sweden and invite back to back. That's pretty fucking impressive. Right? If Damwon Kia wins, it will be the first APAC international win in the history of Siege of 7 years, and it was going to be an invitationals. That's ridiculous. Okay? If Liquid wins, it'll be the first big victory for Liquid ever after always having been a respective team who's always fallen short. The only other relevant tournament was in year 2 or year 3, Atlantic City. Year 3, Atlantic City. Right, that's 4 years ago. And if BDS wins, it'll be the first ever win of any kind since their creation, having arguably the best roster player for player value in the entire world. So no matter who wins, it's like absolutely ridiculous. BDS won the vote, by the way. Somebody said it's none of the top 4. Okay. Let's say any team can win. Who wins? I still think this is the list, but I'm curious what you guys think. Who's the team that's actually going to win? NIP. Damwon, G2. G2's not going. Eminem for the underdogs of the century. I think it's gonna be like Damwon Liquid Final or like BDS Liquid Final. I think FaZe is out of the topic at all. So it depends on the exact matchup. What if we don't put a winner? What if we don't put a winner? We just leave it with top 4. And then it becomes matchup dependent. Swap Eminem and FaZe. Guys, Eminem have a bunch of young players who are gonna shit their pants when they step on stage. No offense. We played against some of their players and like... What was it? I don't know what it was. Maybe that was different. I don't know. I feel like we played some of the players before and they like shut their pants and I played Blitz against them. Maybe that was Benja Master's team actually. Maybe that was Benja from Kovana. Either way, I think it's too much pressure. Personally. I think Eminem is going to be a really good team in Europe. Like possibly top 4. Or at least like 5th team. But I don't think they're going to do good at Invite, personally. I'm going to put BDS Liquid Grand Final. I don't know who wins. I genuinely don't know who wins. I think it'll be a BDS Liquid Grand Final. I'm gonna put it up there. Not Damwon? No. Damwon, I don't... I feel like it's crazy if they won. Like, it would be just absolutely ridiculous if they won. In a good way, even. It just seems... It seems like impossible, but they're also really good. But also, they're no longer underrated, right? Because Damwon, Kias, and APAC in general, like, their element is, like, underdogs. No one expects much from them. I think every single team has big eyes on CAG and big eyes on Damwon Kia. Whenever you speak of APAC, those are the 2 teams you talk about, right? So, ultimately, whoever plays best on a given day is gonna win, right? We could literally see Empire, Elevate, MIBR, and SSG in top 4. We could see that easily. This is purely guesswork. Purely guesswork. Down image. And I kind of want to go over an alternative list. An alternative list. Let's think. Need a top 4 team. Alternative list. Who the fuck goes top 4? Who goes top 4? Have to be another LATAM team, no? Wouldn't it have to be? Fuck. I don't know. I'm stuck. We could do this. But then it's 3 LATAM teams, which is ridiculous as well. I don't know. OXG doesn't go further up. TSM doesn't go further up. Furia doesn't go further up. Dark Zero, like I don't think they go further up, but I would hope they did. Eminem, I don't think will go further up. Sandbox, Navi. I think Rogue is middle pack. The only team I would kick down would be OXG because I don't know how they play. Because again, they didn't play with main players at Sweden. Damwon Kia, you wanna do this? I actually don't. I'm not against that, actually. I'm actually not against that. We got 2 lists. I could put Rogue early exit, put Eminem up. I wouldn't put Navi up. Or actually, I'll probably do this. I still think they stay early exit. Or you do this. Maybe that. That means we have LATAM, APAC, EU, APAC, NA, LATAM, NA, LATAM, NA, EU, EU. Oh shit, EU sucks. That's not good. Yeah, AGG hasn't won a best of 3 in like 18 months. Almost 2 years. And then you can argue Sonic's TSM. Oh, Sonic's TSM. And you can argue Sonic's Dark Zero. That's like the last thing I think you could argue is like swapping Sonics into TSM and Dark Zero. It might be aren't that bad. They're not that bad. But I don't think. Well, Navi could go out. You can do this, right? Navi goes home. Saves Doki Nathan secretly. Alright, I'll save this as well. We have 3 lists now. Fuck me. Alright, we have 3 lists. We have 3 lists. We have example A. Example B. Oh my god, they're different sizes. That's not good. Example C. So, they're not that much different on the top. We have Liquid BDS Grand Final with FaZe Damwon Kia in top 4. Or top 4. Versus FaZe BDS NIP Damwon Kia. FaZe BDS NIP Damwon Kia. So this is the same. Okay. Navi goes home. I think I like this one the most. Final verdict? I think this one. What we did was that we pumped Empire from out in groups to further up. Sandbox goes home. Elevate goes home. SSG Navi. Navi because MIBR is better. SSG because best of 3 is a really, really hard group. The Sonics in top 8 is like kind of where I'm getting a little bit annoyed because I don't think they're that good. But I also don't know who else would be instead. I wouldn't put Empire there confidently. Nor Furian, nor TSM, nor Dark Zero. But also, I wouldn't put anyone there. That's the issue. I wouldn't put anyone else in their spot either. It's just like a placeholder. Going by the logic that Sonics has been steadily improving, they're top 8. Going by that logic. If they haven't kept improving, which is very possible, then they wouldn't be top 8. MIBR swap with Sonics. MIBR on Sonic swap? I don't know about that. Sonics. Sweden Major. Alright, what happened here? What happened here? What happened here? Sonics went 4 points, 1-0-1-4 against NIP, BDS, Invictus. Invictus was popping off that tournament. Popping off. Not really. I mean, this group is really expected, right? There's nothing crazy here. How much has Sonics done internationally? NAL Sweden. They went 5-7 IG, 5-7 NIP, 6-8. Yeah, see, they were so close games. Except for these, of course. They had a really bad first day. I remember that much. Where's TSM? Give me TSM. TSM's last international event was Mexico. I didn't see Mexico much. They went 4-7, 7-4, 5-7, 5-7, 5-7, 4-7, 3-7. That's close as well. That was without Merc. It was without Merc. It was. I know. I know. Because Merc had COVID. Final verdict? Final verdict? We still got black nails? Nah, my nails are normal now. I think that's it. Top 4 is FaZe, BDS, NIP, Demon Kia. Top 8 is CAG, Liquid, Team 1, TSM. Middle pack is Furia, Empire, Dark Zero, Sonics. Early exit is Rogue, NM, OXG, MIBR. And out in groups is Elevate, Sandbox Gaming, SSG, and Navi. Yeah, BDS changed their logo. They did. You could do this. You could do this. Fuck, man. What is this bullshit? Ah, fuck. OXG had a missing player in Sweden. They did, yeah. That's why the issue with OXG and Rogue is that we haven't really seen Rogue play in a long time. No OXG, and they've been making a lot of changes, or at least like OXG plays very different on other teams. Eminem is just too young. It's too early, I think. I think they're great players. I think they're a good team. I don't think they're gonna do amazing in Light, personally. Is she at bottom? They got a really bad group. They got the hardest group. I'm gonna settle it here. We'll see just how bad this list will be in like a few weeks. This could be really bad. I think this was the hardest group I've ever done in my life. I think this is the least predictable SI or tournament of seeds we've ever had. I don't think it might be makes it far. Fuck it. We're ending it here. This is too much. CAG, you can argue I have too much faith in. Same with Demon Kia, but I actually think that they have really good potential here for this event. If not, you could like swap CAG with Team 1. You could even put up Furia if you're a Furia fan. That's it. I'm doing this. Boom, that's it. I'm gonna keep going otherwise. That's the one. That's the one. Who wins though? I don't. So the issue with the champion is that it depends on the bracket. We don't know if it's FaZe, NIP, BDS, Demon Kia. Let's for fun's sake. Let's FaZe plays BDS, NIP plays Demon Kia. I think we'll see. I mean, I would do this. I would do BDS Demon Kia. But that's just an EU stand, right? Is BDS and Demon Kia realistically beating LATAM? Hard to say. I'll do it though. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Who the fuck cares? Alright. We got the same final, Sen, actually. We got the same final.